Hey everyone, this is my reaction to the 5th episode of Kuma 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 Bear. So, last episode, our girl Yuna went to go meet up with a noble at his house, and she didn't seem to be the biggest fan of, like, nobles, royalty types, just in general, but this man did have a cute daughter, Noir, I think her name was, and Yuna, got along with her pretty well. She told her stories about all her adventures and stuff, and they were just having a great time. And the second half of the episode was more focused on Fina and her family. And not only did Yuna get to, meet the family, meet the mother, but she also got to save her life. So I think that's going pretty well as far as, like, family approval of Yuna goes. So a lot of good came out of that segment for sure. So let's get into the episode and see what we're in for with today's adventure. So 3, 2, 1. Bum, 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 bum. Well, there's a house. And yeah, the mother's all better. Hey, let her nuzzle her a little bit, okay? Yeah, that. We're gonna make some food. Eggs, yeah, like before. She got the eggs before. I don't know if she has those now, but I do remember that. Oh yeah, there's our home. Can't miss it. I guess we don't have the eggs. But we can go get them. Do we have the skill to lay eggs? Bear transfer gate. Okay, wow, yeah, like a teleportation gate. That would be invaluable if it's like a fast travel sort of thing. Any place you've been to, you can just whoosh on over there. That's a very typical game mechanic, at least in modern games. So yeah, if we could just transfer Bear over there, that'd be great. Grab some eggs. But yeah, I just remember before, like in episode 1 or 2, that I remember a scene of her being excited about eggs, so I thought maybe she might have some of those left, but no. There's still some characters I'm looking forward to meeting in this opening. I'll tell you that. The one just looks so much like Chris. And her we've met. Gotta protect that smile, Yuna. And I have faith in you to do so. Hey, I came to visit, guys. I am here for eggs. I'm glad you understand. I will take these, thank you. Yeah, I will be back for more eggs. You can be sure of that. Yeah, you must obey those eyes. Well, we got our eggs. We're on our way. They're not out right now. Hey, a spooky cave. So are we gonna open the gate here? So this is our gate. Looks like an entranceway into an amusement park. But I guess that's to be expected. I mean, we saw what her house looks like, so. You know how to pick them, Yuna. Yes. Yes, they are. I insist. Please take my eggs. Yeah, we just pop on over there and pop back. So, yeah, if you can do that, you definitely save a lot of money. Yeah, we just, we walked to this magical gate. You haven't seen it before, but it's pretty convenient. Are you impressed? Because you sound impressed. So I guess this is some pretty high-level stuff. Yeah. Let's keep this on the down low. Again. Secret between just us. Say no more. Oh, is that a pizza? We should get some pizza. I'll take your word for it. This took a sad turn very quickly. We're going to adopt some orphans? I think we should adopt some orphans. Well then. That's for her to decide. She is a customer after all. Would you like to come home with me? I have a nice house. Very child-friendly. Very colorful. It's no trouble at all. Do we need to make a donation? Okay. Ouch. Do we have to talk to a lord now? We're gonna do something about this, surely. Oh, are we fixing up the place? Yeah. Is there anything you that can't do? Ooh. She just whipped out a pile of meat for these kids. What an ability to have. So it was wolf meat, gotcha. And never leave good bear donation. I wouldn't let her leave either, to be honest. Maybe we would take at least a couple of them home, but guess not. Meanwhile, her slaughter of wolves continues. Sir, I think you're going to die. Can't argue with that. These children did nothing wrong, so why should they suffer? File a complaint. Yeah. Yeah, don't piss off the Lord. That's generally not a good idea. Yeah, you are not gonna... That wolf had bad timing and a bad target. You kind of scare me, Fina. At least don't smile when you do that. That's why I usually have eggs with my breakfast. Yeah, that would, unless you want to get some full-on business started. You have an idea? We're gonna have the children open up an egg shop? Okay, I guess Yuna has an idea. Let's go. She is nothing if not interesting. And there's the chickens. Kiara, run. So yeah, I guess we're just setting up a town egg shop with the children's, like, having the children involved in it. Try to essentially solve all the problems in one fell swoop. And there's the chickens. Interesting hair on that girl. And here we are. Hello, work? What? Babysitting birds. Pretty much, yeah. I just have a egg business that you guys run, and yeah, I mean, they're too expensive as it is, so. Okay, I see how you roll, Yuna. I mean, this is a lot, so. I don't see why not. Gives us something to do. Okay. That just stabbed me like a knife. Gotta figure it out. Just love the smugness emanating from Yuna. Oh, Yuna, you were the best. Never change. But yeah, it's just kind of amazing how many problems she managed to solve with like one overall action. Okay. We can just summon buildings. I can't hear what she's saying, but I imagine she's doing well in her new position. Evidence of it. There's a cracked open egg. And cooked egg as well. Ah, he showed up, okay. So, can we help you, sir? I bet. Huh. So you wanna clarify this, Yuna? A fair question. But yeah, there's no real logical reason, just you upset Yuna, so. Anything to say to that? But okay, so we are gonna get to the bottom of this. So that's who we blame. Gotcha. Now we know who to target our anger towards. And yeah, he does look like an asshole, so that explains that. Hopefully this guy gets what's coming to him. Lovely. Damn. That's what I want to hear, my lord. I knew you were a good lord. Don't rub your hands at me. Get right into it. We just like punch this guy. Like somebody, anybody. Almost as if you've been embezzling money. uh, to destroy it. You better start sweating. Oh, there we go. Thank you, my man. Another point to being a good lord. I guess so. But, yeah, I guess we're not done yet. He yelled at him a lot, made him feel bad. Made him realize something was up. Yeah, we have a very successful egg business going on now. But we're self-efficient and it's great. And nobody secretly cries, so... Little shaky. I was wondering what she was gonna say, but she did not say anything. Are you okay, Yuna? I did kind of jump the gun on that. I think you did enough good this episode to cancel out any bad, so don't worry about it. Yeah, you did a lot of good this day, Yuna. This episode. Oh. Hello, Yuna. Interesting that she's the roles of this situation. Like Yuna being the Amayimbo. And she did comment earlier that, you know, less mature than she thought she was, so I guess that's kind of an extension of that. Getting babied by Fina. So yeah, that's quite a nice way to end off the episode. Yeah, that scene when Yuna was initially yelling at the Lord, I really couldn't say much because I really didn't know what to say. Because I was pretty sure that we didn't have the whole story. But I didn't know enough to really comment on it. And I understood why Yuna was upset. But also, not selling him eggs was petty, so just I had a whole lot of kind of mixed feelings during the scene, so really couldn't say much. But everything worked out in the end, so it's all good. Kuma-san Shimayo mi Mamoru, I think that says. It's never translated, at least unless I mess something up. But anyway, that was the 5th episode of Kuma 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 Bear. And yeah, this was a really good episode. Okay, so the concept of this episode, what do we got? Well, Fina's mother is up and well. She's great. And we kind of want to get her some good, nutritious food. And what's more nutritious and wonderful than eggs, like I do. I really like eggs. My general breakfast is like scrambled eggs, toast, and, you know, a couple sausage links. Usually I put the scrambled eggs in between the toast and make it a sandwich. That's generally what I do. So eggs are just kind of a wonderful food because you can do so much with them, like scramble them, over easy them, hard boil them, poach them, throw them against the wall when you're bored. Like, you can just do a lot with eggs, really. So, but we found out in this episode, we may have known before, I'm not sure, but we know that eggs are fairly expensive, not because they're like expensive to produce. I mean, they're not. Eggs just casually sit there and pop them out, right? So the problem is that I guess there's no egg farm in town. Like, the only one is, I guess, a good distance away that's got to be imported by like merchants or whatever. Like, I guess that's the situation. So Yuna ended up solving that problem by having one like closer by, like an in-town egg farm, egg factory. What would you even call it? Like egg production facility. I think that's a good word for it, right? So yeah, we had that, and this was started because Yuna, apparently she can just open a gate to like anywhere. I mean, at least anywhere she's been. I think that's a bit of a limitation. I don't think she can just like go across the world randomly. I think it has to be places she's been, very fast travel-esque. So yeah, she went there, got the eggs. We got to see Yuna's kind of like dead eyes a couple times this episode, which is always a treat. And yeah, after like a lot of things came together, right? We talked about the eggs, and we knew as the audience that was a bit of a situation where they're not easy to get for the average person, but Yuna can get them easily because of what she can do. And her teleportation gate, bear transfer gate, I think was the name of it. That's pretty special, like unique thing only to her. So yeah, Fina's got to keep that hush, 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 hush. So that was one part. And then we got into the orphans. And that's when the episode took a bit of a nosedive as far as like the feelings go. Because I was like, hey, fun show, Kuma Kuma, yay, Onei-chan, fun show. And then suddenly, sad orphans over there staring at the food stand, hoping to get leftover food. Like that was a bit of a emotional whiplash. I think that's a good word for it. So. But it was kind of necessary because that was a big part of the episode, right? These orphans and their problem being solved. Because apparently their orphanage kind of lost funding because of the Lord, supposedly. And now they're struggling. And Yuna being Yuna, she can't just say, oh, sad, starving orphans. Well, sucks to be you, then go about her day. She doesn't do that, right? So she tries to be helpful, gives them lots of food and stuff. But as the one shopkeeper lady said, giving someone food like once doesn't really solve the problem. Like, that one phrase, give a man a fish, you feed him for a day, teach a man to fish, you feed him for a lifetime. And that's pretty much what Yuna did here, right? Because yeah, giving a quick handout to an orphan, homeless person or anything doesn't help them that much. I mean, it buys them at least a day, I guess, but it really doesn't help much in the grand scheme of things. So Yuna got this whole thing figured out. Right, because we had the egg problem, and we had the orphan problem, and we also had the mother wanting a job problem, and we just kind of solved all these problems within one fell swoop by having this big old orphan-based egg development business that the Fina's mother could help manage, like help with, and the kids do all like the groundwork and stuff, and then they get all these, because they got the chicken coop, they grab the eggs, they take care of the chickens, they take care of the coop, they sell the eggs, they make the money, and everyone's just kind of happy, and nobody has to cry and be sad or scavenge for food around town. We got our own fully self-sufficient business going on, and everyone's happy, right? So that was a really great thing that Yuna managed to do. Yuna just over here solving people's problems, making the world a better place. It's great to see. But that was only really half the issue. Because there's also the Lord, right? So, the Lord, I really, as far as like my critical thinking ability, or critical thinking portion of my mind was focused on was the Lord thing for the most part. Because that was brought up as an issue. The Lord suddenly stops funding. But we never really got much of a why. I mean, we got like the service level excuse why, like it's not worth it or whatever. I don't remember the exact phrasing, but basically like it's basically wasting money on something that doesn't give you any kind of return, right? Like it's that kind of thing. So that was kind of the excuse for it. But it didn't seem like the Lord really was that kind of person. And there's also it felt like that really was not the extent of it. So once we got back in on that, we had the Lord all mad that nobody would sell eggs to him, and he was curious why. So he goes over to Yuna, and I was thinking like, yeah, why wouldn't you give him eggs? I was trying to think, is there like a deep reason for that? But no, it was just Yuna is upset with the guy, and her way of getting back at him is not selling him eggs. Like it's that kind of petty reason, but like I get it. I definitely get it because I'm gonna get it from a feelings perspective, right? Because it's like you're the one that put us in this position in the first place by screwing us over, by not caring about us, and now you want our eggs. Screw you, like that kind of thing. I do get it, but it's still less customers, right? So it's just that kind of thing. But yeah, we just had this whole scene where the guy comes over to Yuna's place and asks her what's up, and Yuna just goes off on the guy. And that was actually really, really good performance from the voice actress for sure. Like I got close to tearing up during that scene. I'll be honest. And the guy pretty much just stands there and takes it, and he doesn't really say anything. He just leaves, which I think was by far the best move because Yuna was obviously very emotional. You're never gonna have any kind of good, meaningful discussion when somebody's like that. So he knew that leaving would be the best option. And also because he doesn't even know what's going on himself, right? Like he has all these accusations kind of being levied at him suddenly, and he's like, well, it's the first time I've heard about this stuff. So he kind of leaves to go investigate that. So the Lord, I think, really was, aside from Yuna herself, the Lord was kind of an MVP this episode. Like, he was told there was a problem, he investigated what it was, he took swift action to solve the problem, and he apologized to the people that were hurt by it and promised to do better. Like, you really can't expect anything better than that from a person. Like, Yuna's talked about how she doesn't have a high opinion of nobles and lords and stuff like that, but I think this guy is definitely one of the better ones. Like, that might help kind of reshape Yuna's opinion, I would say, because the guy did great this episode. Like, you can't fault him at all. The other guy that he dealt with, Ends, I think was his name, like, screw that guy. That guy was just literal garbage. I like how he literally called him a pig and punched him in the episode. So yeah, I'm glad we got that. So yeah, aside from Yuna herself, he was definitely an MVP this episode. Like, he couldn't have handled things any better than he did, honestly, realistically. So good on him. And yeah, he goes back to the orphanage saying like, yeah, don't worry, I'll give you the funds back and everything will be fine. And they're like, nah, it's okay. You know, we got a thing going on now where we got the eggs. We're good. We're good, fam. So yeah, everything just kind of ended well in the end, except for Yuna, who was kind of like, you know, self-reflecting about some of the things that she'd said and done in the episode that may not have been ideal. But still, overall, Yuna did a lot of good this episode. There's really no reason to feel too bad, right? I mean, people can't be mature all the time, so don't worry about it. But that did kind of allow us to have this scene here with, yeah, don't full screen it. I gotta be better about that. But anyway, we have the scene over here where Yuna just like goes right for Fina's lap and just kind of nuzzles in it. So, you know, wanting to be babied, a maimbo, you know, the Japanese word is, it's not really a good English equivalent for it, but that's clearly what was going on here. Just that little smile as she's kind of just being head pat by Fina. It was a great scene. It was a great scene. Great way to end off the episode. Really good episode overall. You know, doing a lot of good here, for sure. And yeah, that's all I got to say. Good stuff. Good stuff. Thank you for watching, and a special thanks to Cnouki and Ryan for supporting the channel. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you consider clicking the like button and leaving a comment, because that's a great and easy way to let me know that people want more. If you want to do something big to help the channel, you can support me on Patreon and get nice benefits like early access to certain videos. See you next time.